R2-D2, Your Highness.
Welcome back to Scale Model Kit Review. This is Steve, and welcome back to another installment of the Star Wars Build Your Own R2-D2. I am working on issue 76, which happens to be the final issue for Pack 19. Now, I did purchase this from Model Space D'Agostini many moons ago, and I'm finally getting around to getting this completed. So, let's go ahead and look at what we're going to be assembling in this issue, which is assemble the left front body panel. And I believe we're going to put some more screws into the dome. So let's look at the instructions here just real quick. And here's a 2-pager for the instructions. Let me get a closer look for you. Body panel and details. And here's all the parts that arrived. And the rest of the screws there. Fitting the side details. And we've done this before, very familiar with this. And continuing with that. And continuing with fitting the dome screws. They say here we're going to be wiring up the dome in the next stage, so it's time to install some more screws into the internal fittings here. And I'll be using my metal screws, the alternative screws for this. Let me get the parts, I'll be right back. Here's the parts for 76. I'll take these out, we'll get a closer look. Here's a close-up of those parts, and here's another one of our front panels made of plastic. Some components that go onto it, the screws for the dome, and we did receive some more screws. Great, I'm glad we did because we are running low on those. Let's get started. And I'll go ahead and assemble this heat exhaust here. And we'll put a 2.3 by 6 millimeter self-tapping screw into this. Just like that. We'll put that aside. Next we'll assemble this, and it's just going to go together like it did before, just like that. Go ahead and install that on the side panel. And just like before, it's going to notch into those 2 notches there. And we're going to put the 2 by 4 millimeter black screws, and those are a little bit smaller. Put that in. There's one, and the last one. That's how that looks there. Looks great. Now we're going to go ahead and put the heat exhaust in. The numbers on the bottom there. You can just see the numbers there. Put that in just like that. 2.3 by 6 millimeter screws go into this. First one. And the next one. That looks good there. And that's how that looks there. Looks great. And lastly, we'll go ahead and insert this ring onto this. And just as before, we don't put any screws into it. This one's actually more of a tighter fit, which is great. And that's how that looks. And that completes the body panel. Now let's head over and work on the dome. I showed this before, but it's been a while. I am replacing the plastic screws with metal screws, and you can find a link down below on where to get these. But these are the M3 0.5 by 8 millimeter screws, and this is a whole set. Inside you actually get more than just the flat screws. You get button heads, types, internal wrenching, and all that. But we're going to use these types right here. Right, we're going to install 6 screws. Okay, so bring over the dome, and if you look on this side of the dome, we have this long panel right here, the lighted panel. We're going to be putting the screws in beside that. 6 spots right here. 1, 2, 3, up and down. So there's 6 screws we're going to put in right there. These are internal wrenching screws, and they're not magnetized, they're aluminum. So I'll get them started with my fingers. And then use the Allen wrench to secure them down. And just until they're snug, not real tight and not real loose. I'll get them all in and I'll be right back. And there you go, all 6 screws are installed. And they're nice and snug. And their purpose is to keep these panels held in place on the outside. That's their whole purpose. And that was pretty easy. Let's go ahead and look at the articles that are contained within this magazine. Building the Galaxy, Warships and Vehicles. Very cool here. Some concepts I've never seen before. Very nice. And once again, R2-D2 Astromech Part 2, the industrial automation. Robot assistance. We're beginning to see more and more robot technology out there. A lot of AI. Very cool there. And of course our build instructions. And preview of issue 77. Some more leg support, dome screws, and cable ties. And that completes issue 76. These have been very easy so far, but I'm sure we're going to have some issues where we have a lot to do. But anyway, I look forward to those issues, and I look forward to moving on to the next pack. Pack 20 is coming up next with 4 more issues. I did purchase this copy of R2-D2 from Model Space many moons ago, but you are very lucky because now it's available from Fan Home. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Happy modeling, everybody, and take care.